Hi, all right. Welcome back. Enemy Action Kharkov, German Soul, Part 34. That's our impulse. The last Soviet push was the 6th Army pushing this guy, 3rd Corps unit, and dispersing him. Still alive, still full strength actually. So what do we do next? I had a look at my cards, been thinking it over. Obviously, this can deploy reserves, but I mean, they're going up there. There's not a real concern for that. This card can't. Well, I'm saying it can't do anything. That's not true. It can return one of our eliminated units to the reserve units box, so it does have a good use. The 2 Rouse cards, we've only got 1 Rouse unit on the map. I mean, yes, he could go and support Belgorod, but we could use this card to assign 2 replacement points, bring 2 Rouse units back from the dead, and then follow an impulse, deploy them with this card. This feels like what I want to do and take a chance. Now, this guy getting shoved back to here and dispersed is a worry. But I think all I would be doing with the 3rd Corps card is playing it to remove his dispersal. It would end up also putting 2... Well, in actual fact, would I consider maybe moving that guy? Maybe. I mean, it's going to open things up here, but it's going to start happening, Grant, isn't it? I mean, maybe even, why not go surround this guy, Why not? Because I have said that I feel like that looks like there's, I mean, that's a Popov unit in there, but it looks like there's sort of a temptation to come in here, especially when I'm going to be able to deploy 340 core, 3 strength infantry units in this area somewhere, and then, like I say, next turn we get 5 3rd Corps units as well. So I think it feels like there's potential to maybe steal back 3 victory points possibly. I mean, I don't know, because we maybe need some of that. Like I've said, we probably need some of that force down here where the main action's going on. So whether that's a bit, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is also the card that's got the pull out on it, which I talked about. I mean, is it a big use of if this guy got attacked pulling him out into here, or if this guy got attacked pulling him out in here? I would feel better about this one doing it, just because it's Kharkov, and I think we've got to feel less concerned about Belgorod. I mean less concerned. We're going to put a priority more into Kharkov than Belgorod, I think. So although I'd love to get this guy out of dispersal, I don't think it's right to do this yet. And I think what I'm going to do is play the Core Rouse card and bring a couple of eliminated units back. Hopefully then we can get the next again impulse to deploy them. But we need to see in between what the Soviets do. So yeah, none of it feels great. But there's always something to think about, and of course this is all the cards I've got left in my hand, and my deck even. That's it. For this turn, there are only 5 cards I'm getting. The Soviets still have a bunch. I could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, well, not as bad as I thought then, actually. There you go. 9 cards they've got. They did go through 2 or 3 in the last couple of impulses, right enough, the combat tactics, and I think the auxiliary cards were getting used, so they weren't getting the extra impulses as well. Okay, yeah, so going to do this, I think. So I think this is my card. Play, and yeah. So, right, let's see if I can get the camera down here and have a look at what's going on. Yeah, I suppose I can just keep it down here as well once this impulse is over, because that'll be a Soviet impulse. So we're going to play this card from turn 3 to assign 2 replacement points to Core Rouse. Now there is some priorities about how to do that. Wait till I find it. Give me a sec. Okay, quite interesting to see. It's a bit different actually than the Soviet solo. From our point of view anyway. At least I think it is. The priority order Oh no, I'm looking at Soviet, sorry. Yeah, no, it's more beneficial to them. Their first priority is transfer an eliminated one-step non-mech unit to the reserve box, and then add step to a one-step non-mech unit on the map. Right, well, there's no point looking at theirs. Ours is add a step to one-step infantry unit on the map. Well, I'm not going to go back to the map, but 209. Sorry. So to mark where that guy is. This is the only is that in the shot? This is the only core rouse unit I've got on the map. And although he's a one-step unit, he's only a one-step unit, so they cannot be replaced. That's one of the restrictions. Is I made a blunder in my Soviet solo game by, I think, putting him in the eliminated units box. They get removed from the game if they get eliminated. So we can't replace a step to him because he's only got one step. That's as much as he gets. So, and that's the only core rouse unit we've got on the map. The rest of them are these three here. So the second priority is transfer an eliminated one-step infantry unit to the reserve box. So that's what we are going to do. Within the priority assigned to German unit of your choice, if it was Soviet, we'd pick the lowest selector number, but I'm probably going to select the lowest selector number as well anyway. I'm pretty sure, did they all go to 3s? Is there a chance of one going to a 4? I don't think so. No, see, they're all going to 3s anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant. But, right, just drop one on the 4. Give a sec. Yeah, and again, these don't quite match up to me with the numbers on them. This is 19, and he turns into the lowest number, whereas these are 15 or 14, they go higher. So I don't think it matters, and especially it doesn't matter to us because we don't need to worry about selector numbers anyway. So I guess I'll take the two that are going to be the highest. Obviously, I'm only getting them on that side as well. So I'm going to take these two units, and they will go into my reserve units box on their one-step side. So that's that. And they can't come back with the delayed reserve rules where, like these guys, if these guys are still sitting here come turn 5, these are turn 3 reserves. If they're still sitting there come turn 5, I can automatically deploy them for free within the reserve phase, is it? At the start of the turn. But these guys can't come back that way. They need to be deployed with a card. But my intention is to do that. Next impulse is to use the other core rouse card I've got to deploy all core rouse reserves. So I mean, yeah, it's only two strength infantry units, one steps, but well, you've got to do something, and you've got to try and put bumps in the road, I think. Okay, so that's that. My impulse is over, and we've no new card to draw, so we've got 4 cards left in our deck. And like I say, while we're over this side, I'll just shimmy across to there, and yeah, we'll get a Soviet impulse on the go. Right, so, well, I'm hoping not for 6th Army, really. I want to... Oh, you know what? Anything will be kind of bad, probably. Oh, 40th Army, 69th Army, maybe 1st Guards would probably be nice and calm, not too... Oh no, 40th Army are getting a couple of reserves as well. One of them being a mechanised 3-step, 5-strength armoured unit. Okay, let's just draw 2 cards guard. Alright, 69th Army, but it's not... Oh gosh, right, okay. Yeah, well that's probably not what I wanted. Oh well. I mean, the cards are going to be in the deck, right? You know they're going to come. It's I mean, if this had ended up sitting in the auxiliary bit, then the thing is it would have got shuffled in and used as partisan, got shuffled in probably, or got used as a second impulse. So you're you're always going to get, so we might as well find out what they're going to do. Okay, so there's only one primary card, it's 3rd Tank Army. 69th Army card did have a special. Oh no, specials don't count in here. So we're just looking for a normal event. That's not until turn 5. So that card's going to sit there as well. It's going to offer air power as its combat tactic. Right, but we're now going to focus on this. And this will be nasty, I think. Okay, so activate all units in 3rd Tank Army. They're all close together. They're all just waiting to go. They're just wanting the order to go, aren't they? Right, one of these counters under there is going to be an ownership marker for the town, but I'll just tilt it that way just now. So there's only 2 units in there, not 3. Now hang on, there is somebody that's strayed. Yeah, why not? 5 strength. Let's get him going as well. Yeah, so he's in there. I think that's everybody. I'm just wondering, I forgot about this guy. Yeah, he is a Rouse unit, yeah. He wasn't reduced, but I don't think we can. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to repair him anyway. He's out of supply, so. But he's full strength, so that's that. Right, that's that. Now there's no reserves. They're all out on the map, so at least there's that. They are spearhead now. There's 2 armoured spearhead units that are in the town though, so they are going to activate with 49, and any infantry units are still going to activate, but some of these other ones that are not in towns. Is it if it's in a town? I think so, innit? Well, I'll check it when I get to it. So this is Vornes Front. Are you sure, Grant? Yeah, Vornes Front objective marker down here. So although we do have a gap now here, it's not quite. I mean, even this guy with his magical range of 7 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through the broken 6, 7. So nothing proximate to this, and nothing in it. So it's just going to stay where it is, and then we're going to move on to see what's going to happen. Like I say, I looked already. This guy can move adjacent to Kharkov, and he's going to also get closer to his front objective. So right up, that's a thing that's going to happen, I think. And then I think some of them are maybe going to go to Belgrade. Maybe. Well, actually, maybe not. Well, they need to be moving closer, don't they? I certainly don't think that is. Right, well, let's look at the methods, Grant. Now, we've also got Unit 1. Oh, he's probably going to do that now, isn't he? Oh, no, that's that. Oh, no, that is targeted for his front. Right, where are we? Right, movement method 1 is take a VP hex. So I was focusing in on here. Take a VP hex. Move to an empty German-owned town, city, hex, unless targeted exclusively for the inactive front. This is targeted for the Vornes front. Chugev. Is what I do it in descending order. That might not be possible though. Well, when I mean not possible, I mean it might come down to Unit 1, because the rest of his army are across here. So this guy, well, he's probably as close as you can get, but there's no way. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, no, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Is there any mechanized units in there? I wouldn't have thought so, because I've stacked them in a way that, yeah. So the closest mechanized unit would be in this hex. Or this hex, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not quite. And the one that's got the 7 movement is there. If he was in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that would work. But he's not. So that's that. And because this German unit's here, they can't kind of come across this way. It's kind of expensive terrain anyway. But, so I think it is going to come down to Unit 1. And that town's not been taken yet. It is still empty. It is exclusively for their front. Yeah, so he's going to do it. So, he's going to move. Well, it's just down the road, isn't it? Yeah, so it's only one movement point into there, taking control of Chugayev. He must stop when he enters. That gains ownership of the town and also gains another victory point. That's him up to 7. And that's that. Right, now there's no other VP hexes to take. We've got Belgorod secured and Kharkov. Obviously we managed to back off in time to get these, or yeah, would have been worse. So moving on to step 2, adjacent to German VP hex and near objective, move to hex closer to or within 4 hexes. Well, the 4 hexes, but it's too far away. So they need to be moving closer to their objective and adjacent to a German VP hex. Now, there is a couple of preferences, but I want to say that moving towards this one's not going to be closer, but let me just open things up there and pause and do some counting. And this is working in ascending order just before we look, so it looks like this guy's going to be first, but let's have a look. Oh, okay, well, some of you might have counted that. He's 10 away from here. 7, 8, 9, 10. And he can't move to Kharkov. He's not got because of this terrain, crossing the river and through the broken terrain. This is 4 movement for him going to here, and another 2 into this broken hex. So you can see he can't reach adjacency to Kharkov. There's not another way you can do it as well, because they can't come down the road because of this German unit here. So it's not that you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, so he would have the movement that way, but not the ability to bypass the zone of control. Yeah, but he can actually go 1, 2, and 3, and here adjacent to Belgorod, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away. So he is actually moving closer to his objective. Actually, that would be his preferred hex as well. So, are we saying that if he could reach Kharkov, he would go for Belgorod? It's just Belgorod's got 2 strength and Kharkov's got 5. So the the priorities for the hex to choose are targeted exclusively by the active front. Well, both are. And then the next one's occupied by the least German strength. So in actual fact, as long as he's getting closer to his objective, he's looking at Belgorod as his target. So there we are. Okay, so he's going to move adjacent to Belgorod and possibly adjust. So let's see if he can reach any hexes round about. Okay, so he can reach either of the hexes. Well, 1, 2, 3 into there, or 1, 2, 3 into here. This is unit 3 that we're looking at. He is. However, hang on, Grant, hang on. Well, yeah, that comes into it, remember, because although this hex is going to be 1 hex closer to where he is, we're actually looking at 9.25 now. And 9.25, as we know, can break these restrictions, break the requirements and the preferences and tiebreakers and whatever. So he could end up, if that was a better preference hex for him, within 9.25, he would go there. It's probably unlikely, but yeah, it's an option. So So I'm just going to jump to 9.25 now, because this is his preferred VP hex that he can move adjacent to. That's also getting him closer to his objective. Yeah, right, and then hex that caused Germany to become surrounded. No. Soviet support, hex not adjacent to, yeah, okay. An empty garrison, hex not occupied. Yeah, okay, so tiebreak between the two, and the tiebreak A is closest to the unit's objective marker. So this is clearly the hex that he's wanting to go. 1, 2, 3 into here. And he came from there, but I mean, there's not any restrictions broken, so let's move on. Now unit 4, well, he's exactly the same boat, so see, he may well adjust now because, well, he is going to, isn't it? Because he's got the exact same position, and obviously this is 1 hex closer, adjacent to his preferred target, yeah. But when we look at 9.25 this time, and we get to preference E, which is an empty or garrisoned hex. So although this isn't closer, that's the hex he's going to move to. Now he is leaving the town. 1, 2, 3. Right. Well, he's leaving the town, but it's completely surrounded by 3rd tank units. So yeah, there's no issues there. Yeah, okay. Right, who's next? That was 3, 4. We're looking at unit 6. Right, now he might take a different... Well, actually, it depends if he's closer. The thing is, him being that 1 hex this way, I think he will come to Kharkov. Right, there's this option, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away from his front, his objective, sorry. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away as well. So in actual fact, that is not getting closer, and obviously that one is even further. This one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So that's going to be his preferred. Is it? Let me just double check. Move to a hex closer to or within 4 hexes. Yeah, it needs to be closer to. So that wasn't getting him closer. Although they came from that hex, they were getting closer. That one was not. However, that is definitely getting closer. That is the only hex he can reach. We cannot 9.25. He cannot get into any of the other hexes anyway. So are we going to get going with that guy? Yes, we are. So he's going to... It's 1, 2 crossing the Donets and 2 into the broken, so that's 4, 5 into the clear, 6 down this little road that appears, and he's good, and not breaking any restrictions. Yeah, it's all starting to happen. Okay, Unit 8 is next, which is here. Okay, I thought this was his target at first. He's got 7 movement though, and just as well look back at that. He's 10 away from where he is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. We know this is 9 away, so that was getting closer, and of course he could adjust to... In fact, could he not maybe reach this one and be 8 away? Possibly, but we're needing to know if he can get... If he's going to be closer, and then we can 9.25 it anyway. However... On saying that, he's going to prefer that because of the strength of the unit, isn't he? But I just realised he can cross here for 2 crossing the Donets, 1 into the square hex. That's 3, 4, 5 into the broken, 6, and then 7 onto that from that road connected into adjacent to Kharkov. So he can actually reach there as well and be even closer to his objective. But there's not a... At the moment, we're not looking at closest to objective. We're trying to establish which VP hex he's wanting to go to. So, and the preferences are a VP hex targeted exclusively by the active front. They both are occupied by the least German strength. So this guy wins because this has got 2 strength. This has got 5. So. Kind of good for us in a way, I suppose, that they're going to go there first with things like that rather than come to Kharkov. Although it feels now that Belgorod's, after me putting these 2 Rouse units, yeah, because even if I go to deploy the Rus units next turn, I can't deploy them in Belgorod now anyway. That's assuming Belgorod is still actually owned by the Germans, because that might not well be the case as well. Okay, so this guy this is his preferred German VP hex. So we're going to 9.25 around this. I mean, although this is the hex that he's looking at, we might be able to target a different hex. Yeah, so he's got 3 options, the same 2 as the last guy had, but he can come across here for 3, 4, 5. He's got 7 movement. No, I can't get around to there. It's 1, 2 crossing the Donets into Coyers, 3, 4, 5 into Broken, and then 6 into here. Yeah, we can't get any further round. So he's got 3 choices. Well, it's going to be this one, isn't it? Because it's the empty hex. So again, we look at 9.25. Yeah, a hex not occupied by or adjacent to the Soviet unit, adjacent to the same German unit. Each one of them would do that. So then an empty or garrison hex. This is the empty hex. So he does go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 into here. That's where he came from. Exposing Bolchansk a little bit, but all I've got is this Rus unit in here. He can't get through into here. There's no gap anyway, so yeah, no problems there, I don't think. So next is Unit 9. Right, this is when the infantry's kicking in, so probably not. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, he can. Well, actually, he can go into either, can't he? So as long as he's getting closer. Yeah, well, he's even actually further away, so it's 11 hexes to his objective there. We know this is 9, and my guess is this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is 8. So, and he can reach here and here, I think. Well, yeah, that's the ones he can reach, because he can't reach this one. 1, so coming down the road, I think, actually, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and either 4 into there or 4 into there. So there are his 2 choices. My guess is it's going to be this one closest to his objective, because we can't break that down with 9.25. No, I'm going to skip right to tiebreakers. Closest to unit's objective marker, that's this one. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3 down the road from there and here. That's 4 steps, 2 units in there. And again, he's not causing any trouble, I think, leaving that hex, so all is good in the world. So we've got 23, 27, 24, 26, and 30. Right, are any of them going to reach? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these guys can reach still. So, well, 23 first. 1, 2, 3. So again, they can reach either hex. 23. Hold on, Grant. Is that getting closer for the guys? I don't think it is it? Yeah, for these guys, this is 9 away and it's 9 away there, and I don't think he can reach there. Oh, mind you. No. It's 1, 2. It's 1 crossing the Donets, 1 into the hex. It's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's just 1 short of being able to reach that hex. If he could have reached that hex, he would have went there. So does that mean he's going to go to Kharkov? It is, isn't it? So let's change this up. Yeah, he can move to Kharkov. It's 1 crossing the Donets, just 1 into Broken for infantry. So 2, 3, 4, which is obviously getting closer. Now yeah, we can't get into this hex, and he's not got the movement to get around to here. Yeah. Okay, so he can only reach this hex again, same as the other guy, but the space in the hex. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 into the hex. And okay, well, I suppose doing it properly. 24's next, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see that's 10 away, can you? And he can reach. Excuse me, he can reach this hex So that's 9 away. So he is going to go in one of these two hexes. He cannot reach this. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to come down to tiebreakers, which is closest to the objective marker, which is this one. So 24 is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then down the bottom there. So that hex is full now. 26 would be next. Well, he can reach this hex, Grant. Oh, no. That's not going to be closer. So although he can reach this hex, there's no room there. And although 9.25 would adjust him, I can't justify. Yeah, because I can't move to that hex and then try and adjust because there's no space in that hex. So, and I don't think he can get to Kharkov, can he? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So it looks like 26 and 30 will not be able to make that move. Oh yeah, what a fright I had. I thought, what about this VBX? But no, we've got this now. I say we, I mean they have got it. That was a bit of a scare. I thought, oh, I've been forgetting all about Chugihev. No. Right, so 26, yeah, 26, and then when it comes to 30, they cannot, because they can't get adjacent to this and get closer. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whereas if they were there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's same distance away. Although he can reach this hex, same distance away, so he won't do that. 27, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't reach this hex. He can come in here as well though. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yeah, so he's going to come down to Kharkov 2. And yeah, they can't adjust. It's all stacked in the one hex because of the movement, just the movement that they had. Can't get into this hex obviously, and then coming around here, you can see the terrain's a bit messy. So so yeah, that's it. Now no restrictions. Oh, wait a minute. Can he? I don't think so. 1, 2 breaking zone of control. I mean 3, 4 into there, but then that's him stop. He needs to come around and into there, doesn't he? Right, hang on though, Grant. Hang on. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't kick in till next turn. The restriction doesn't kick in till next turn, does it? From 4 onwards, cause a Soviet. No, it's not that. It's restriction B, 9.23B, cause one or more German units to become proximate to, or from turn 4, German supply to be traceable to an empty or garrison Soviet town or city hex. It does not apply if the situation exists at the start of the move. Yeah, so for instance, that would be, come next turn, that last Soviet unit that moved may not have been able to move because we can trace supply, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down a road here, and probably be able to trace off. Yeah, it is a German map edge there. So, but at the moment we're okay still. So, unless we're leaving something proximate to it. But you can see this guy can't. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to move in there. So not happening. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's all the movement that. So we still have units 26 and 30 to check. From movement method 3 onwards then. So let's have a look. Yeah, so and kind of relates to the next movement method, open supply line from turn 3 onwards. Just reminding us again as well from turn 4 that you do not conduct a move if it would cause this is from turn 4, cause a Soviet unit to become unable to trace supply. This includes a moving unit if it starts the move able to trace supply. So some of the moves in there, I mean, although there's not an issue, you do need to start watching that you could trace supply. But again, that's from next turn. So, and the reason it got me thinking of that was we're now moving on to open supply line. Are any of these guys in trouble with tracing supply? Well, no. 2, 3. No, they're not. They're not. There's not an issue, and yeah, I can't see anything there. So let's move on. Moving methods 4 to 9 for Soviets. They skip spearheads, but these two are infantry, so it was only armoured units that were skipping on turn. Yeah, from between turn 3 and 5, supplied armoured spearhead units skip 4 to 9. So these aren't armoured, so they will check. Method 4, Cause Surround. Ooh, yeah, they can grab that. 57 core guy maybe. Cause no, he's not surrounded with the guys going there. He is in a bit of trouble, but he does have an out hex here at the moment. So in descending order, so we're going to look at 31st. Yeah, he's the only one to look at. He is the only one to look at. So, move to heights that if occupied by the unit would cause an unsurrounded German unit to become surrounded. Okay. Right, okay, probably overkill, but every one of the hexes that unit moves to would surround that unit. So, I've been better looking at preferences first than doing that. So prefer a hex that A causes surround of the most German units. Well, we're only getting one, no matter what. B is adjacent to the German unit being surrounded. So that takes these two options away, which weren't adjacent. So they are adjacent. And then C prevents the German unit from tracing supply. Now both of them would do that, wouldn't they? Yeah, either of them would do that. And then D is not adjacent to a Soviet unit. Right, that takes that one out of the picture. So that's where this guy's going to go. He's going to go 1 and then 2, 3 across the river. Oops, he's not going to gain a step. And that's cause and surround. Whereas before that guy had an out hex into there. We've now moved into that hex and now he's surrounded. And in all sorts of trouble. Right, so finally, Unit 26. Yeah, because that went in descending order, that's right. He cannot surround anybody, that job's been done now. 5 to Soviet VP hex. Move to an empty garrison Soviet VP hex. And to which, oh yeah, okay, hang on. And to targeted for the active front and to which the German unit is proximate. Well, just looking at this, there's not a German unit proximate. However, or from turn 3 onwards, German supply is traceable. Well, I think it is still, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. I already checked this, didn't I? 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That's him just getting in preparation for supply. I'm not sure though. I'm not. Don't know. There must be a reason why it's kicking in now. I know they want to make sure they're in supply on this turn because supply is going to kick in for them next turn. But I'm not sure about this whole part. But, however, that's what it says in the rules. So, he's actually going to go into Volchansk because German supply, a German unit's not proximate, but German supply is traceable of Volchansk at the moment. So, that is right, innit? I'm just going to back up there and show you that. Right, I can't zoom out anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to this road, and this road goes along the German map edge hex. Because, in actual fact, it can't trace back up here at the moment because of these guys, so it's only just been able to do that. So that does allow that unit to move in and yeah, deal with that situation. Right, all good. So that's all the units moved. So everybody's moved. So no bouncing back to reserves for anybody. Now we need to check our attacks. Right, and there's going to be 3 looks here. And well, there's a chat. I'm pretty sure 2 of them are going ahead. It might be that the third one does as well. Maybe it might. It's going to have a look at it anyway, I think. Right. So attack checks. It's from ascending order. So looking at unit 1. Right. This is one of the ones that I think will go ahead because, as you can see. So we don't have reserves. No, we don't. We have air power and the auxiliary card box. So it's not assault coordination. So we check unit 1. Right, he is on his own. That's what I thought. Because he had just moved into there. Hang on. Almost. These little things that can catch you, especially when you've just been moving on and doing these things turn after turn, impulse after impulse. Unit with 1 step or in a VP hex with less than 3 steps can't lead against supply target. Ooh, Mr. 57 Corps is getting to live another day, I think. So unit with 1 step. We're looking at unit 1 here, but he's in a VP hex and there's less than 3 steps in it. There's only 2 steps, so he cannot lead against the supply target. And the fact that this is only 2 strength probably feels like you would do it yourself, but yeah, let's just let the AI do its thing. So he can't be a lead unit there, and in actual fact, when it comes down to it, this guy can't be a lead unit either because he's only got 1 step. So that guy's getting away with it. Unit with 1 step or in a VP hex with less than 3 steps can't lead. Yeah, okay, so we got away with that one. Right, who's next? Yeah, it's across here, isn't it? Right, this is definitely going to happen, I think, isn't it? Pretty sure. Oops. Right, Grant. Right, okay, so unit 3, check in here. We have 4, 8, 10, 14, 18 against 2. Yeah. I think you're in trouble, my friend. And we use that card to pull him out. I mean, you can see what, well, I think it slows them down, because if we had just let that guy die, okay, we would have a better card in our hand still, an extra card in our hand as well. Then 1 unit would have moved down, take Belgorod, and then the rest of them would have come across towards Kharkov. So at least, again, it's slowing things down a little bit. Yeah, I'm frightened about Kharkov, though, I'll tell you that. But, yeah, like I say, like we've said, this is what happened. Kharkov got taken, didn't it? At least I think it did. So, how much did I say? Right, went away on another one there. 8, 10, 14, 18. Yeah, 18 to 2 is 91, and he's not getting anything, is he? Even the fact he's in a city doesn't matter. Yeah. So 18 to 2, 91. Yeah, this is going to be overwhelming as well. So, right, well, the attack's going ahead. We don't have reserves anyway. I don't think we're going to look at the combat tactics though, because it's overwhelming. So let's get the attack going. No reserves. Let's see the numbers. Well, it's 18 to 2, Grant. You've just said it. 10, 18 to 2 is 91 odds. Yeah. So 91 odds, and chip pools are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 for this is 6. So 6 chip pools as well. So we would not be adding reserves if we had any anyway. And we're not going to draw a Soviet card or use an auxiliary card because it's overwhelming. Remember, 8 to 1 counts as overwhelming. We've got 9 to 1. So I can play a German card. I'm not going to. So yeah, let's just seal this guy's fate once and for all, I think. So we're drawing 6 chits at 91 odds. He is in a city, but City doesn't benefit him anymore, does it? It did in the previous game, in match in Ardennes, that is. It was quite a strong increase. I think it cut the strength in half or something, didn't it? No, it doesn't. Just the fact you've got chits that might come up City. So we need 6 chits that say City on it. We should be alright. Right, okay. Right, let's get the 6 chits. Okay, artillery doesn't apply. 3 to 1, that does apply, so that's 1 hit. Attack a command 4 or 5 is not, it's a 3, so we get away with that one. And the back it was disperse unsupplied, so it doesn't apply. Well, who knows? Yeah, City Woods, so D-1, so now we've got no hits, and remember we're still going to soak up a hit for being in a city with only 2 chits to come. So as long as we can avoid these 91 chits, I think there is a 91 that does a D3, isn't there? Right, okay. Now you've said it, Grant, you know what's coming. Right, 2 to come. Okay, that doesn't apply. German air power or Soviet not supported, and it was Soviet air power on the back. So yeah, air power wasn't played. It is in the auxiliary card box, but we weren't playing it because right, as long as we don't get one of the big odds chats, then we should be okay. So 1 to come. Okay, well as I have, it's another 3 to 1 though. It's a nice low odds. Yeah, a bit of a shame they didn't end up with some hits themselves there, eh? Well, no, come on, Grant. Let's not get carried away. You've managed to survive this battle, so it means that they're now going to have to put another attack into you again. So you're holding on strong. That's good. So yeah, the result is D1. Okay, because we've got a D-1. So the result is D1. That's 6 chits. 91. Yeah, I didn't. That's what we managed to avoid, the big odds chits. So it's D1, but remember we're in a city, so we soak that hit up. So I'll not bother putting anything down. And basically nothing happens in that combat. So there you go. That's what can happen. So a bit of luck there again for us. Take that away. Right, and there's one other attack to look at. And I've not done my thing again. Come on, Grant. It makes it look like you know what you're doing. Right, this is the last one to look at. In Kharkov, I'm not quite sure about this. So 3, 4, 5. It's maybe just 7, isn't it? So it is 7. No reserves. So it's 1. It is 1 to 1. We've both got armor though. The combat tactic would apply in the auxiliary card box, but the card values are a 3. Maybe. It's probably. I get the feeling it's only going to be a 5 or a 6, but right. I'm lost to where I am. Where are we? That's it. There. Right, okay. So we've got, what did I say? 75. 75. We do have armor. Well, it doesn't matter. He's got armor. This guy's not getting any bonuses, so it is 1-1. It's greater than 1-1. The card value, command card value is a 3. It is not 2-1 or greater, so he doesn't get that bonus. It's not in the artillery barrage zone. It's in support, that's a 4. If only Soviet units have armour, no. Both have armour. If any attacking units are surrounded, they are not. If flanking will apply, a defender will be surrounded, he will not. If target hex is a VP, greater than or equal to 2, it is. That's a +1, so that's 5. If all combat tactics on an auxiliary card apply to the attack, it's air power, that applies, it's a 6, so it's close. It was close, but they've not got less than 4 cards left in their draw pile, so it was close to happening there. There you go. Right, but it didn't happen, Grant. So good, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you never know. They might have got a good result. So that's everything. So we checked. Yeah, and this unit's not adjacent to anything. We checked here, and that, like I say, this can't do a check because he's a one-stepper. So yeah, well we survived that pretty well. That was a great result actually. This guy's held. I'm just not sure what that means that we do next turn. I feel that I really need to seriously think about abandoning Zimiev now, because, well, if he's in the same position and can't attack this, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, that Popov could get involved. I mean, their objective markers across here. Yeah, the comment from Lawrence regarding the position, and he really feels like this is a poor positioning for the Southwest Front. He feels like, he says, I think there's only 2 out of 5 options that would put it there. Obviously, it puts it further. I need to find my compass. South. Must push it further south, the other ones. And he was talking that historically that was a little bit unrealistic, I think. I mean, I've not read up on it, so how it all works. But it has felt, I must admit, in my game, it has felt that there's been a bit of crossover between, they've been too close together, haven't they? And they've got in each other's way a little bit. So maybe there's something to be said for, and I think it's worked in my favour, the fact that these are so close together. And I mean, when I mean close together, I mean this way, not that way, but horizontally. And I think that has maybe helped me because they've kind of got in each other's way a little bit. But okay, so yeah, well, I think I'll just take it into my next impulse and then have a study of things. Probably better doing that before you. Oh yeah, we've got the next 69th Army to do. Okay, I'm going to leave that just now because I need to take a break anyway. So I'll just start that as the next part because we do have this in the auxiliary command box that didn't get used, which is now going to shimmy across and become the next command card for a second impulse for them. Fortunately, that's 69th Army, which aren't as strong, but then it might mean they come down and support this attack on Belgrade, or at least get close to it. Well, in fact, they might actually get in there, yeah. Okay, I'll tidy things up and we'll come back with that 69th Army impulse. Yeah, I might still have some time tonight, but if not, I'm sure tomorrow will allow something at some point for me. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I haven't done that for a while actually. There you go. Need to remind you how it works. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll be back with the next part sometime soon, guys. Cheers.